LTV Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Welcome to Doyle Field in Leominster, Massachusetts, where the Leominster Blue Devils host Groton Dunstable High School on a beautiful day with a little bit of wind, but it is very sunny outside. A lot better than the environment last game, where it was super rainy and cloudy and miserable. Today, it is a very nice day for some lacrosse. Leominster comes into this game at 6-2 after a win versus Minneshaug, and Groton Dunstable comes into this game after a loss. After a loss to Westford Academy at Westford Academy, which dropped them to 3-3 on the season. So 6-2 Leominster will take on Groton Dunstable here at Doyle Field. So to get us started, Santucci will take the face-off. She scored 4 goals, all in the first half last game against Minneshaug. And we are underway here in Doyle Field as Cudahy takes the face off. Here's Miller, quickly in. Santucci makes a great play and shoots it wide of the net. So 15 seconds in, they get a chance. And already putting pressure on Groton Dunstable, on Groton. So moving in and shooting and scoring within the first 27 seconds of the game is Leominster. That is Cudahy. Kaylin Cudahy with her first goal of the game. Just 27 seconds into the game. And she had 3 goals in the last game for Leominster. 2 of them coming in the first half. 27 seconds in. Groton Dunstable gave up 21 goals in their last game on Tuesday, a 21-10 loss at Westford Academy, which moved them down to 3-3. So here's the face-off, taken by Santucci, and it is won by Carly Iwa. And no one is there on the pass. So here's Marchetti to Cudahy to Santucci, trying to rush it in. Here's Cudahy again, and a save made, smothered by starting goaltender Caroline Clinton. And so here comes, here comes Groton Dunstable. And they score! I lost the ball there for a minute. It will be Jenna Coach who scored. She will take the face-off. Jenna Coach had 29 goals. That is her 30th goal of the season in just 7 games. Scored at 23:56, so 2 goals in the span of 1 minute and 4 seconds here, as this one's on pace to be a very high-scoring game. So here's Santucci facing Coach. Face-off is won by Leominster. Here's Santucci moving in. Sweeping shot, scores. And that is Gabby Santucci answering 14 seconds after. And another goal. And we might have a very fun game here as defense has just left the building for both teams. Gabby Santucci scored 4 goals in the first half of last game. And it is 2-1 Leominster to start the first half. 3 goals in less than 3 minutes here for both teams. So here's Santucci again, taking the face off. She wins it to Cudahy, who scored the first goal. Passes it to her sister. So here's Kaylin Cudahy to Kylie Cudahy. Looking to pass it around. Or not. Takes it in herself, shoots, and scores. Kylie Cudahy just 24 seconds after the Santucci goal. And it is 3-1. Wow. Just incredible goal scoring here from both teams. And it is already 3-1 with just a minute and 42 seconds in. We have not gotten past 2 minutes of the game yet. 4 goals, a minute and 42 seconds have spanned in this game. It is 3-1. So Santucci takes the face-off against Coach for the 4th time. Miller wins it. Gets past Iwa. So here's Miller to Cudahy, to Melendez behind the net. Here's Cudahy, who scored the last goal. Cudahy moves in. Cudahy shoots wide of the net. And it will go Leominster's way. At least that's what they indicate. So here's a penalty shot for Cudahy. Chance to make it 4-1. Cudahy moves in, shoots, and scores. Cudahy again, and it is 4-1 Leominster. Just 2 minutes and 29 seconds in. And this has been insane so far. Fantastic goal scoring. Cudahy had a hat trick last game. Both Cudahys had a hat trick last game. They are already on the way to matching that, if not exceeding that total here. So Leominster scored 15 goals in their last game. They scored 15. They're on pace for almost 50 goals in this game. Santucci wins it to Cudahy. And here they come again on the rush. Leominster has numbers. Santucci met with a double team and a foul against Groton. Or excuse me, an offside. It's my bad. So Clinton loses it. So here comes Clinton. This is Finley Clinton. The pass to Hardy is errant and almost taken away by Cudahy. So here's Hardy. Alexa Hardy moving in. Coming in with speed. And finds Shreve. Shreve gives it up to Coach. Jenna Coach has 43 points now. Here's Coach moving in and a save made by Felendez. Almost and trips up. Cudahy tripped up. Dangerous play. But she recovers. And a great find by Cudahy. So here's Kylie Cudahy. Melendez loses it, gets it back. Moving behind the net, looking for a cutter or to pass it around. So here's Marchetti. Marchetti to Marchetti there. Here's Miller. Moving around, Miller shoots, and Miller scores. It is 5-1. 5 goals, 5 minutes here for Leominster, and with 20:39 to go, it is 5-1. This is nuts here. This is nuts here. They are on pace to score 50 goals in this game. They're on pace for 25 goals. They're on pace for almost 26 goals in the half. And this is a team, Groton, that puts up 20 goals on a regular basis. They won a game 21-4 against Shepherd Hill right before their loss to Westford Academy. And before that, which was their last win before the win versus Shepherd Hill, they won another game 20-4. But here comes Marchetti trying to initiate some more offense, as if there hasn't been enough already to start. And another goal! 15 seconds later, it is Santucci with her second goal of the game. 6-1. And a timeout called by Groton. It is 6-1. 5 minutes have gone by. Great start to this game for Leominster. You could not ask for a better start from Leominster here. The only thing that you could take away from this is that they gave up the goal. That's it. That's the only bad thing that Leominster has done so far in these first 5 minutes. So Groton calls timeout. It is 6-1 in the first 5 minutes of the game. 5 minutes have not even eclipsed yet. And it is 6-1.
Visit Dr. Timothy Gallagher and Dr. Michael Garcia at Marymount Medical, 54 Blue Street, Munster. Or call 978-537-0555 to make an appointment.
So hoping to come out of this timeout, Groton is, with some semblance of defense following the faceoff, because there are always, every time they win the faceoff, there's always 3 Leominster players unopposed going down the field, and they have numbers every time. You may as well put Leominster on the man advantage every single time, because nothing happens. Gabby Santucci with her second goal of the game. 2 players already have 2 goals. It has not even been 5 minutes. 5 minutes have not even elapsed yet. So coach will face off against Santucci for the 8th time. And the face-off is won by Leominster. Here's Marchetti. High pass for Miller. Won't matter as Miller recovers. And they'll try to initiate something. Again, they went unopposed down the field as a chance to add on, make the score 7-1. Here's Melendez moving in. Melendez for Marchetti, and a save made. So here's Iwa, turns it over, but not before the whistle. So here's Iwa Carly Iwa has 18 goals on the season. Great defense there by Melendez as she pokes it free. And another rush here for Leominster. They've started off so well in this game. And here's Melendez, who poked it free, forcing the turnover. Melendez to Nina Marchetti. Pass is bobbled by Ella Hersey. Here's Melendez behind the net, looking for a cutter. Melendez moves in, trying to get around, Cornelia, Pass is bobbled by Marchetti as they slow things down, try to reset. Marchetti moves around, gets by, shoots, save made. Preserving a chance. It still is very early in the game as Cudahy poked it free. Long pass. Bobbles it for a little bit, recovers. So here comes Groton and another great play, this time by Miller to force another turnover. Things going awry here for Groton as Leominster comes down the field again. So here's Santucci, who has 2 goals on the game, one coming with 23:42 left, and the last goal that made it 6-1. So here's Hersey. Finds Melendez behind the net. Melendez collected 4 assists last game. Here's Melendez, deking her opponent, spinning, going back behind, passes it to Santucci, who fumbles it, still has it, and Santucci will reset with Nina Marchetti. Marchetti, cutting is Marchetti. No, that is Cudahy, that's my bad. Here's Santucci, loses it. So Miller charges in. Miller moves in, uncontested roller, and they score. It's Miller's second goal of the game, and it is 7-1. 17:05 remaining, so at least they waited 3 minutes to score a goal instead of waiting 15 seconds. It is 7-1 in favor of Leominster after Emma Miller's second goal of the game. The goal scoring barrage continues. Only 3 saves made here so far by Clinton. But Leominster has been parading shots all day long. It is hard. It's hard. So far, it's been hard for Groton to get it even into their zone, as Leominster just forces turnovers every time, and they nearly forced another one here. Ball's still loose, and it will stay with Groton. So Hardy passes it to Coach, who has a goal on the game, her 30th goal of the season. Here's Shreve. Shreve, the pass is picked off by Cudahy, loose ball. And it will stay with Groton. A shot here for Alexa Hardy. She will use it as a pass for Shreve. They need a goal. They might want a goal here to get some momentum. Here's the pass for Iwa behind the net from Stubblefield. Here's Iwa, wide open chance, doesn't take it. Makes a great pass and finds Coach, second goal of the game off a great cut from Coach. And she has 2 goals to start this game off for Groton as they cut the lead to 5 with 15 minutes remaining. There is still plenty of time for Groton to make something happen. So Jenna Coach, who scored the goal, will take the face off, her second goal of the game. Goals were 8 minutes and 2 seconds apart, and in 8 minutes and 2 seconds, Leominster has scored 6 goals. It's taken by Coach. So here comes Coach, who has 2 goals on the game, averages almost 5 a game. Here's Shreve. Shreve moving in. Shreve moving in, and it is deflected out in front. Rebound goes to Groton. Moving in as Coach is met by 3 Leominster defenders. Santucci and Pompey meet her. Still going with it, and she's tripped up. Still loose, and taken by Miller, loses it, and it will go Leominster's way. And another turnover by Groton. So here's Miller. Miller finding Cudahy, who scored the first goal of the game. Misses a swipe. Iwa. And here's Santucci. 7-2, 14 minutes left here. And here's Melendez behind the net for Cudahy. Cudahy going in behind the net, replacing Melendez. She makes a great move. Cudahy shoots and scores off of a fantastic move to get herself loose. Wide open, cuts right in front of the net, and it is money for Kylie Cudahy. 3rd goal of the game. So a hat trick just 11 minutes in for Cudahy as she matches her goal total from last game against Minneshaug. It is 8-2 as they respond. There's a great response here from Leominster from the Coach goal, excuse me. So 8-2 here. Still plenty of time for Groton to make something happen. As I told you, they can be very prolific offensively. In their last 4 games, they've scored 20 goals on 2 occasions. And here's Santucci again. They've only won a few face-offs here as Leominster controls it overwhelmingly. Here's Miller. Miller guarded by Treywick. And here's Melendez behind the net. 13:57 remaining. Melendez hands it off to Santucci. Santucci finds Marchetti. 3 behind the net. Cutting in is Cudahy, and she scores. Kaylin Cudahy with her 2nd goal of the game. So 4 multi-goal scores here. We are not even halfway through the first half. We have 4 multi-goal scores. It is 9-2. What a start here from Leominster. Not exactly the 6 goals in the first 5 minutes in these last few, but they have 9 goals in the first 11 minutes. Kaylin Cudahy's 2nd goal of the game. The Cudahys combined for 6 goals in the win over Minneshaug, and they have already combined for 5 goals. And like I said, we aren't even halfway through the first half yet. We aren't even a quarter into this game. Face-off is won, finally, it looks like, by Groton. And it is collected by Groton. So here's Coach, who has the only 2 goals. Coach moving in. Coach moving in. Shoots, and a save made. And it goes wide of the net. It was deflected off of the stick of Melendez. Here's Iwa. 18 goals on the season for Iwa. Yes, here's Coach behind the net. Coach inside, trying to find someone there. And here's Iwa. Looking for a cutter. Fantastic defense by Leominster. There's just no openings. Coach will try to do it herself, and she can't. Melendez with another fantastic save on Coach. And here's a rush for Leominster. Marchetti running down. Here's Santucci. Had it for a moment, then lost it. And more offense here for Leominster. So here's Carr. Maria Carr comes into the game. And here's Melendez behind the net. Melendez drops it off for Cudahy, who has 3 goals. This is Kylie Cudahy. Moving in, sweeping shot, scores. Emma Miller has a hat trick. And that is the second hat trick of the game for Leominster. 10-2. With 12:04 remaining. They might have 20 by the end of the half. It is getting crazy out here. As Emma Miller with a sweeping shot, she just swept it off of the ground, elevated it above the stick of Clinton. 3 goals here for Miller. She had 2 goals in the last game. 1 came in the first half, 1 came in the second half. That put away the game for Leominster. But Miller has 3 already. So here's Santucci on the face-off. Miller almost wins it, now does get it. So here's Miller. More offense here for Leominster. It has been a lazy afternoon here for the defense. They've only given up 2 goals. And their offense has given them 10. So not a lot of pressure here for the Leominster defense. Here's Maria Carr, excuse me. Pass for Santucci. So here's Cudahy. Cudahy surveying. Cudahy moving in. Almost a fantastic pass. It is recovered by Melendez. Cutting in is Miller. As here's Cudahy with it. Cudahy frees up space. Cudahy. And she just floated it in, and it was an easy save for Caroline Clinton. As here's a chance to make the game, make it a 10-3 game. Almost loses it. So here's Hardy. And a turnover. Almost. It was recovered by Iwa. And now Iwa turns it over. But not after the whistle. So here's Iwa moving in. Iwa trying to get space. Iwa uncontested, shoots, scores. And a little bit of miscommunication there as Carly Iwa gets her first goal of the game. And it is 10-3 with 10:23 remaining. Carly Iwa with her 19th goal of the season. And that will make it 10-3, still in favor of Leominster. Coach will take the face off, going up against Santucci, who has 2 goals. It is still 10-3. Leominster opened up a huge lead. So taking the face off is Santucci against Coach. Coach loses it. And rushing in is Marchetti. Marchetti the pass to Cudahy. Behind the net for Carr. Maria Carr shoots and scores. It is 11-3. Maria Carr gets her first goal of the game. It is responding 17 seconds after the Iwa goal. And it is 11-3 here. 10:06 remains. It is Maria Carr with her first goal of the game. Usually she wouldn't get this much time to score a goal, but with the lead being so big, subs have already come in for Leominster. Maria Carr with a fantastic move, by the way, to free herself of the defense, and a perfect sweeper right in the top right corner. Great shot from Maria Carr. And here's the face-off. It is won by Groton. As here's Coach rushing in. Santucci catches up. Coach makes a reversing move. There's a spin from Coach. And she will settle it down. And she will feed Ava Bushman. So here's Groton with a chance. Behind the net for Ewa. 18 goals on the year. Ewa frees herself again, and she scores. Second goal of the game for Carly Ewa, and that makes it 11-4 with 9:28 remaining. So great play there. For the second straight time, she frees herself up, gets herself a wide open look, and capitalizes with the score. She's left-handed, so you have to force her right. That's a great shot there from Carly Ewa. Makes it 11-4. 9:28 still remaining in this first half. Leominster cooling it down after a very hot start. So here's the face-off with Santucci going up against Coach. Once again, 15 goals in this first period alone. And it is won by Leominster. It looked like Ewa had it for a minute, as Santucci just outraces Coach to the offensive zone, and she can't get back. Otherwise, it's offside. So patrolling the zone, losing it is Cudahy, poked away. Here comes Cudahy. Marchetti is fouled. And it looks like Marchetti might get a shot. And she will. So Cudahy scored on the penalty shot, the first penalty shot for Leominster. She took 6 penalty shots in the game against Minneshaug and scored 3 goals. Here's a shot wide of the net, and it will be retained by Leominster as Carr was the closest one to it. So here's Carr, who scored the last goal for Leominster at 10:06. Moving in is Marchetti. Elena Marchetti is fouled, and she will get a shot. Here's Elena Marchetti, who had 2 goals. Marchetti, save made by Clinton. Clinton with a pass to Ewa, and it is out of bounds. It will go to Leominster. It will go Leominster's way, as Ewa lost it on the pass from Clinton. You can't think things can get much worse here for Groton, but a turnover, and those can be deadly against this Leominster team the way they've been looking. Here's Melendez behind the net. Melendez surveying the zone. Here goes Melendez. And she's losing it, but recovering is Cudahy. It is retained. Ball is still loose. And Cudahy is fouled. It will remain Leominster's ball with 7 minutes to go. So here's Cudahy going in. Santucci shot, scores. It is 12-4 in this first half. Santucci has a hat trick. Cuddy has a hat trick. Miller has a hat trick. It is 12-4 for Leominster as the goals keep pouring on like the rain did last game. It is crazy here out in Doyle Field. Historic Doyle Field. It's like a historic game out here. Makes it 12-4. Gabby Santucci had 4 goals in the first half last game. It is pouring in Doyle Field. And a hold. It will remain Leominster's ball. And here's Marchetti, Nina Marchetti. Marchetti, the pass to Marchetti. Finds Cudahy. Cudahy got the assist on the Santucci goal. Here's Cudahy. Little screen, Cudahy scores! And now, Kaylin Cudahy has a hat trick. 4 3-goal scores here. It is 13-4. Just 32 seconds after the last goal. Make it 13-4. Dominant first half from Leominster. They combined for 6 goals all game against Minneshaug. They've already almost equaled their total of 15 goals against Minneshaug in the first half. Here's a great catch from Marchetti. Off of the faceoff, Marchetti runs uncontested. They're getting layups here. Here's Cudahy. Pass to Cudahy. Both sisters have hat tricks. So here's Marchetti. This is Elena Marchetti, who had a goal last game. Marchetti rushing in. Thought about it, and an errant pass is taken by the goaltender. Here's Clinton. Can't get poked loose. Clinton moving dangerously away from the net, and Clinton gets the pass off to Coach, who moves in with some speed. Coach looking to get her 3rd goal of the game. Coach comes free, wide open, and it looked like she scored. Coach takes it coast to coast for her 3rd goal of the game, and that makes it 13-5. Brilliant move from Coach. And they need as many goals as they can get, and they need a little better defense here. 13 goals in this first half, and there's still 5 minutes remaining. We've seen Leominster get 6 goals in a 5-minute span. So Coach with 2 goals. Her season total up to 32. She averages 5 goals a game. So if she was just to end the game with 3 goals, it will be a below average game for her, which is crazy to me. 3 goals is a below average game. As here is a trip up. As as Hardy got tripped up there. Here's Coach. Coach took it coast to coast last time. Here's Coach. Coach, the pass almost gets by, and it is taken by Felendez. So here's Laura Felendez, the goaltender, having a great game so far, nearly picked off, and it is taken away by it's taken away by Caldwell. Caldwell gives it to Marchetti. Marchetti to Cudahy. Cudahy moving in. And Cudahy will slow it down. Cudahy with a great pass. Great find. Save made by Clinton. Hersey almost had her 1st goal of the game. As if they need any more. It's 13-5. Here's a great pass. Is over her head. Excuse me when I said the great pass. And a hustle play. Caught him sleeping. With Treywick hustling or excuse me, Patalano. As here is Leominster going in. Here's Cudahy. And Cudahy shoots and scores. 4th goal of the game for Kylie Cudahy. I might not even have enough room on my score sheet to keep up with this. It is 14-5, 3:52 remain. As Kylie Cudahy gets her 4th goal of the game. Fourth goal. 14-5 score. They are 1 goal away from equaling their total against Minneshaug. They have a couple subs in. Ava Bolak comes in. That would be number 16 towards the bottom. Here's Santucci, who has 3 goals. Is there a Leominster player who doesn't have 3 goals? As here's Melendez for Miller to Cudahy. Cudahy gets it back to Miller. Marchetti passing it around. Here's Santucci around the net. Looking to pour on to this lead. Here's Bolak, who came into the game for Carr, it seems. Here's Santucci looking to add on to this lead. Santucci with a deke. Great pass is off target as Marchetti could not corral it. And a fake pass there, goes wide and almost out of bounds. Almost another turnover there. As here's Clinton. Clinton almost gave a dangerous pass for Miller, excuse me, for Awa. Here's Clinton. Here's Iwa. Iwa stick checked, and it will go Groton's way as Cudahy poked it free off the stick check. Here's Iwa, met by a double team. Iwa shakes past. Iwa still with it. Iwa still has it. Still has it. Going in, shooting over the net, and it will stay with Groton. So here is Groton, here's Stubblefield. The pass for Davis, that's Jenny Davis. Here's Hardy moving in. Hardy met by a double. Still has it. Still going with it. Hardy found an opening. It is taken away. Bad pass is picked off by Miller. Another bad turnover there from Groton. 1:11 remaining. And here comes Leominster. Cudahy with a spin. Here's Santucci. No contest. Ankle breaker, and they score! Santucci shook the ankles of a defender. And Santucci makes it 15-5 on her 4th goal of the game. What a crafty move there by Santucci. 4 goals. 44 seconds left. And the half will come to a close very soon. Clock doesn't even stop here. So here's Coach taking the face off. 15-5 game. 15 goal first half for Leominster. And here's Santucci Coach tells her to hold it 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the half mercifully comes to an end. What a first half from Leominster. 15 goals, 4 goals from Cudahy. Excuse me, yes, 4 goals from Kylie Cudahy, 4 goals from Santucci, 3 goals from Miller, 3 goals from Kaylin Cudahy, and a goal from Maria Carr to make it 15. Coach for Groton Dunstable has 3 goals, and Carly Ewa with 2 goals, one at 9:28 and another at 10:23. It is 15-5 in a 5-minute halftime here. Leominster on top, 15-5 on a beautiful day in Doyle Field.
LTV Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
So, coming out of the first half, Leominster wins the face-off once again. There will be a running clock because of the mercy rule. As long as Leominster remains up by 10, the clock will run on its own. So here's Melendez, clearly looking high there. Santucci passes it around. Miller is met by Treywick. Here's Cudahy. Hands it off to Santucci. Great move. Santucci scores. Santucci with her 5th goal of the game. To start the second half, it is 16-5. And as you can hear, there is no goal horn. The clock will continue to run as Santucci with her 5th goal of the game. Santucci scored 4 goals all game in the last game, and now she has 5 with 23 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Cudahy. The face-off is won by Groton. Here's Ewa, who has 2 goals. Ewa moving behind the net. Ewa gives it up to Coach. Coach thought about it. Looking for a cutter. Everything is closed in. Everything is smothered. Leominster with fantastic man-on-man defense there. No switches, just straight man. Here's Coach. Coach moves in, is forced out by 2 defenders. Fantastic switching. Ewa. Here's Buchman. Buchman moves in, moves away from the net. It looked like she had a chance. And now she will have a chance. Very close range shot. Melendez gets a test here. Maybe her first test of the game. As it remains 16-5. And it is save made by Melendez. The rebound, however, is controlled by Ewa, who is met by the sticks of Cudahy and Miller. Excuse me, Caldwell. Here's Coach. 3 players behind the net. Now make that 2, make that 1, and a shot by Ewa scores. 16-6. Groton Dunstable will make it a 10-goal game. About 21:50 there. It is 16-6 in favor of Leominster It is Iwa's second goal of the game. Third. As Leominster remains ahead by 10. 16 goals here with 20 minutes remaining. They got off to a very fast start, scoring 6 goals in the first 5 minutes. In the first 4:38 to be exact. So here's Treywick. Here's Coach moving with it. Coach is forced out by Pompey. Ball comes loose. Coach still has it. Now it's taken away by Leominster. As here come the Blue Devils. Here's Miller. Miller with 3 goals. Here's Cudahy. Moving in is Cudahy, shooting and scoring. It is Kalen Cudahy at about 2020. Cudahy's 4th goal of the game. Not to be mistaken with Kylie Cudahy, who also has 4 goals in this game. It is 17-6, 19:53 remaining. Clock will continue to run. Blowout win here, as at least it seems a blowout win here for Leominster. Doesn't look like there's any reason why they would lose. And it will go Leominster's way as Miller rushing with it. Here's Marchetti to Carr behind the net. Little 2-man game with Carr and Melendez. Here's Cudahy, who has 4 goals. Santucci, who has 4 goals. Miller, who has 3 goals. Here's Miller. Miller moves in. Miller sweeping shot, scores. It is 18-6 at about 18:57 there. Miller with her first goal of the second half. Miller's 4th goal of the game. So there are 4 players with 4 or more goals, with Cudahy, with Santucci with 5 goals. Miller with 4, both Cudahys with 4. As here comes Leominster again. Here's Kylie Cudahy to Santucci, passing it around. Here's Marchetti, and it will remain Leominster's ball over the head, and it will go to Groton, down 18-6. So here's the goaltender, Clinton. Clinton to Coach. Coach has gone coast to coast a few times. Coach takes the body check. Coach still moving with it. So here's the pass to Stubblefield. Stubblefield surveying the area. Here's Bushman. Bushman going in. She's met by 2 defenders. Santucci and Marchetti both crowding the area. No line of sight. However, Bushman will get a chance at a shot to make it 18-7. So here's Bushman going in, shooting, save made by Melendez. And here comes Leominster once again. Here's Cudahy. This is Kalen Cudahy, who has 4 goals. Here's Melendez, here's Kylie Cudahy. Maria Carr. Passes off Melendez. Passes it to Santucci. Santucci to Cuddy. Cuddy surveys the area. No rush. Finds Melendez. Leominster looks like they're trying some new things. Here's a pass, and Santucci scores once again. If I'm correct, it doesn't look like she scored again. I guess not. And the pass is bobbled and controlled by Santucci, who has all the space in the world. And she will just pass it off to run some clock. Here's Cudahy. Cudahy to Melendez. Not behind the net this time. The screen by Melendez nearly pokes it through, and it is taken by the goalie. Goalie Caroline Clinton. Clinton making a move. Here's a pass that's taken away by Miller. So Miller with it now. Goes behind the net. Still going. Didn't look like Cudahy was expecting it. Gets it anyway. Here's Cudahy going in. Cudahy shooting, almost scoring. Great play made defensively. Here's Carr, and nearly taken away, and it will still be Groton's ball. Here comes Treywick. Coach. Coach has 3 goals. Coach to Awa, the trailer. Excuse me. That would be Stubblefield, who was trailing, and Stubblefield scores. First goal of the game for Stubblefield at 13:51.
Dunstable, 22 hours, Stubblefield at 13:41. That's Stubblefield for Dunstable at 13:41.
So here's Stubblefield, the goal scorer, to Treywick. Hands it off to Awa, who has 3 goals. Awa shoots and scores. That's Iwa, by the way. That's my bad. Iwa with her 4th goal of the game to make it 18-8. Great play there. Another great move. Just blows by the defender. Get right past, wide open shot. Lefty shot, scores. Fantastic play. And it is 18-8. Goal scored at 12:39. So here's the face-off. Team's trying some new things. Treywick went up against Cudahy there, and Cudahy wins it to Miller. So here's Carr. Carr with a nifty move. Carr with a spin and a save made. Rebound, loose, rebound, and it will go to Leominster. Excuse me, it will go to Groton, pointed in the direction of Leominster. So here's Iwa, who has 4 goals. Iwa defended well by Serafini, who jars it loose. Iwa gets it right back, though. Iwa moving in. Iwa still has it. And it is taken right away. Serafini gets a look at it. Iwa still has it. Here's Treywick. To Treywick. The pass is errant, and Felendez shuffles it over to Cudahy. Here goes Cudahy with speed. Cudahy for Santucci. Santucci has 5 goals. It was almost a 6th. Here's Cudahy. Cudahy with a sweeper and a save made. Remains at 18-8. So here comes Myra Mahmood. Here's Coach with it. Coach wide open, scores. Coach's 4th goal of the game. Still a below average game as she averages 5 goals a game. Makes it 18-9. And now the clock will stop because it's a 9-goal game instead of a 10-goal game. Although I would rather the clock doesn't stop because this game has been out of hand for a while now. However, a late push here from Groton Dunstable. Their 9th goal. It is their 4th, or is their 5th of the second half. Already exceeded their total from last half. Excuse me, it would be their 4th of the second half. So here's Treywick for Coach. Coach defended, excuse me, he would be defended by Olivia Carr, who checks into the game. Here's Iwa. Iwa with 4 goals. Coach with 4 goals. Here's Hardy moving in. Hardy had a chance. Doesn't take it. Here's Stubblefield, who scored the other goal. Swipes it away. Still has it. Rebound is loose. Still loose. And it will go Leominster's way. It is taken up by Cudahy, or excuse me, it is taken up by Hersey. Here's Hersey with a spin. Hersey still going. Still has it. Makes a dangerous pass. Marchetti racing for it. Looks like she was going to get it. Marchetti passes it to Santucci. Santucci finds Melendez. Melendez in the middle. Normally Melendez would be behind the net, but Leominster might be trying some things. Up 18-9. So here's Miller. Miller to the left side. Going behind the net. Here's Marchetti. Shoots. And it is wide. Taken by Melendez. Finds herself in her sweet spot behind the net. And wide open. A chance. Loose. And it will be Miller with a chance here to increase the lead. It will be 19-9 on a goal from Miller. She was talking to Olivia Carr, who stepped in. Miller to Carr, wide open, and the plan works. Olivia Carr scores. She switches in with the JV team sometimes, and Carr scores. It looks like the team is very happy for her as she gets her 1st goal of the game. 7:32 left. Olivia Carr. You could anticipate that Carr was going to be a big part of that play, as Shreve is down. She might be hurt as her teammates go to check her out. Step aside. So Olivia Carr, who scored the goal, will take the face-off. And she scored a goal on an excellent pass. Great catch. Excellent pass from Emma Miller to get her involved. And she wins the face-off. That's Olivia Carr who's winning the face-off. She switches in with varsity and JV. So here's Miller to Santucci. Here's Melendez on the pass from Marchetti. A little goal change from Groton Dunstable, down 19-9. They sub in Charlotte Guzisha. And a little sweeper from Cudahy is misplaced. It will remain Leominster's ball on the shot on goal. So here's Melendez behind the net. A change in the netminders from Dunstable. Melendez didn't score a goal in the game from Minneshaw. Didn't score a goal, hasn't scored a goal yet here. She's racking up assists though, as most of the feeds have come in from behind the net. Here's Melendez. Melendez looking for a pass. Miller comes up. Here's Marchetti to Cudahy, who has 4 goals. Cudahy with a little move. She's met by 2 and is forced to move back out. Cudahy finds Marchetti. Excuse me, finds Melendez. Melendez to Carr. This is Olivia Carr, goal scorer. Here's Carr with a great shake. Defender stays on her, though. Hardy with excellent defense there. Here's Hersey looking for a pass. Doesn't get it. Instead, opts for Melendez, who gives it to Miller, who is behind the net. Here's Marchetti. Marchetti to Cudahy. Cudahy, sweeper, scores. It is the 20th goal of the game for Leominster with 4:26 remaining. And that will be Kylie Cudahy's 5th goal.
That's the 5th goal of the game for Kylie Cudahy for Leominster. At 4:26, the game is sponsored by Dr. Timothy Gallagher, a full-service physical medicine clinic here in Leominster.
So absolutely a dominant performance here from Leominster as the game winds down. Here comes Santucci. Santucci with a head of steam. Subbing in is Lila Carr. 3rd car of the game here for Leominster. You have yourselves a Ford, a Tesla, and a Lamborghini. 3 of them. So here's Cudahy. Or excuse me, Miller. Now to Cudahy. The pass to Santucci. Santucci going left. Santucci speeding past her opponent and moving him on the net. Here's Carr. This is Maria Carr. That's Carr trying to go middle. That will be Olivia Carr trying to go in the middle. Here's Cudahy, who has 5 goals. Here's Lila Carr. All 3 cars for Leominster out in this game. And he is collected by... Here's Coach. Coach has 4 goals. Coach with a head of steam, trying to go coast to coast. Coach misses wide of the net, and it will be retained by Groton. Here's Coach. So Groton Dunstable will fall to 3 and 4. Their winless road record will continue. They will be 0-3 on the road after this game, and they will fall to 3 and 4. This ball hits Iwa in the face, it seems. So here's Bushman. Bushman is fouled. Marchetti with a little pass to Bushman as Bushman will take the shot. 1 minute left. Here's Bushman, shoots, and a save made. Easy save there from Melendez. High arcing pass. Might have got above the trees there. Didn't, I'm just playing. As here's Lila Carr. 2 cars have scored in this game, and it looked like it will not be a 3rd. As here comes Bushman with a head of steam. Bushman. Great pass for Iwa, goes a little over her head. Here's a shot from Coach, and she has 5 goals. Makes it 20-10 with 18 seconds remaining, and it looks like that is going to do it. They might let this game just close out. Leominster gets the win 20-10 as the clock winds down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the game is over. Leominster with an absolutely dominant performance, 20-10 win. Kaylin Cudahy with 4 goals, Kylie Cudahy with 5 goals, Gabby Santucci with 5 goals, Emma Miller with 4 goals, Olivia Carr and Maria Carr score goals in an absolutely dominant performance. It was sparked by a 6-goal first 5 minutes for Leominster as they remain undefeated at home, 5-0 on the season at home, 7-2 overall, as they have won their 2nd straight game following a loss, the win versus Minneshaug and the win here. 2 dominant performances on this little homestead here for Leominster as they move up to 7-2. That will conclude a beautiful day here in Leominster. A 20-10 win. Fantastic offensive performance here from Leominster.
LTV Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.